What's up guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to review one of the most requested prop firm that I have gotten since I started my YouTube channel, which is TakeProfit Trader. So in this video we're going to talk about all you need to know about all the rules from TakeProfit Trader, their funded accounts, their evaluations accounts, all of that coming up. So before we get started, make sure to drop a like on this video if you find helpful information and subscribe to the channel if you would like to support me. And let's get started. So here is a quick overview of what they offer. They have all the way from the smallest account 25k, they have 75k, 50k accounts, 100k account, and 150k account. And just a quick note, all these prices you see right here, as you can see, it was like 150, now it's 90, or it was 170, now it's 102. This is because you can use my code Kemo or the link down in the description below, which will give you 40% off any accounts or any product that you purchase from TakeProfit Trader, as well as there is no activation fee on any of their accounts. So moving forward, I want to focus on that 50k account because I do know that the 50k account is the most popular account that people like to purchase. I'm just going to focus on this account, and moving forward I'm gonna tell you all you need to know during the evaluation and during the funded phase, and all the rules that you need to worry about for purchasing that account. So during the evaluation, again, we're going to be focusing on the 50k account. And again guys, these prices are with my 40% coupon or my 40% discount using code Kemo, or the link down in the description below. It will get you that price right here. Instead of the 170, it will give it to you for 102 for every single month, not just the first month. Okay, so I want to talk about the 50k account, what is the cost of purchase, activation fee, reset, and all of these rules. So let's go ahead and get started. So for the cost, you're getting it for 102 as you see right here, and for the activation fee, there is no activation fee, which is the good thing about it. Just like my funded future, there is no activation fee. It's a bit pricey than my funded future, but every product or every prop firm comes with some good rules, with some bad rules, and it depends on the person whether or not they want to go with TakeProfit Trader or my funded future or Top Step or any other prop firms they choose to. But one thing I do know about TakeProfit Trader, which is a lot of people's choices to go with TakeProfit Trader, is because they're super fast on payout, and it's payout on demand. Once you click that you want to pay out, it just literally takes some hours and it hits your bank account right away with no further questioning or delaying or denying payouts or all of that crap. So here it is. With the reset fee, it is the same exact cost of purchase, the same exact amount. If you're getting it for 102, you can pay the reset fee of 102 to get it reset, just in case if you failed the evaluation midway and you want to reset it and not wait for the rebill to happen, you can reset it for the same amount. For the profit target, it's pretty standard, $3,000, not so shabby. And for the drawdown type is really good, as my funded future, it is end of day trailing drawdown, which is calculated at the end of the trading day. The daily loss limit, so this is a little bit different guys than my funded future or Top Step. Here, if you hit the daily loss limit for the 50k account, here it is $1,200. If you hit it, it's not a soft breach, it will actually blow your account. So if you're purchasing anything from TakeProfit Trader, make sure to not exceed that daily loss limit. And here you have the max loss limit, which is also a hard breach of $2,000. It's pretty typical, pretty common, just like my funded future or Top Step. The max position size, you got 6 minis or 60 micros, which is actually a lot more. It's 1 mini more if you want to compare it to Top Step, and it's 3 minis more if you want to compare it to My Funded Future, and is the same thing for the micros. Are you allowed to trade during news? And the answer is yes, during the evaluation phase. Make sure it's during the evaluation phase. Now, can you pass that evaluation in all of it in one day and make all the profit in one day? And the answer is no. Why? How many days do you need to trade in order to be in the clear to pass the account? 5 minimum trading day is required for TakeProfit Trader. Any size account, that's their rules, that's their play, that's how they want to run the business. So this is all the rules that I'm bringing to you, so you're in the know if you want to purchase anything from TakeProfit Trader. If you prefer to go with My Funded Future, which is what I prefer, you can stay with My Funded Future. But of course, more options is the better for a lot of traders, because every trader is different and they prefer different rules. Do they have any consistency rule during the evaluation phase? And the answer is yes, and it is 50% of the profit that you make. You cannot make any more than 50% of the profit in the total account. And if you have any other questions or you're confused about what the consistency rule is, I'll leave a video link on the top right corner of the screen where I discuss more about the consistency rule. And I also have a free consistency rule calculator that you can download and use for your own sake, and you put your daily profits every single day, and it will let you know if you meet the consistency rule or not. And as for the platform that they have or offer, they do have some pretty standard platforms like TradingView, Trade08, NinjaTrader, Quanthour, and Bookmap. And I like that they have a lot of options, because a lot of traders prefer to trade on a lot of different platforms. So moving on to the funded phase. So the funded phase is also pretty different, and I want you guys to focus with me on this, because there is a major change that will happen right now once you get to the funded or the pro phase of this account. And this will determine if you would like to go ahead and purchase one of their accounts or not. So the max funded accounts that you're allowed to have with TakeProfit Trader is 5. The consistency rule gets removed, which is really good thing. So now you're not limited on how much money you can make in a day, which is really good. But now here's the biggest shocker. The drawdown type, it switches from end of day trailing drawdown to intraday trailing drawdown. And if you guys remember, I am one of the people that I really hate intraday trailing drawdown. So what intraday trailing drawdown is basically once you get in a trade, it will start trailing live while you are in a trade. It's not going to wait for you until the end of the day to see if you're in the plus or the minus and it adjusts to that trailing drawdown. No, it will intraday trail it in a live position that you are currently in. It will trail it. So for example, if you get in a trade, the trade moves into your favor, $1,200 in profit, and it's still running, and then that position maybe reverses on you to the entry point. If it goes down to your entry point again, whether or not you're having your stop loss at break even, you're blowing the account, because now you basically, in the system's eyes, you won, you were in profit $1,200, and now you're at zero. So that means you lost the $1,200 and you breached your daily loss limit, which is ridiculous. So this is one thing that I really hate, and I would like to emphasize that pretty hard on these accounts, because I don't want anyone to be getting themselves in these accounts and just blowing their accounts on accident just because they didn't know trailing drawdown type switches from end of day trailing drawdown to intraday trailing drawdown when you get to the funded, and you can breach it pretty easily on daily loss limit, because the daily loss limit is less than the max loss limit. So just I want you to understand that pretty good, guys, if you want to go with Take Profit Trader. So for the scaling plan, as you know, on top step, below a certain amount of balance in your account, you're allowed to only trade one or two minis. And then above maybe $3,000 or $2,000, they give you the full leverage. Here on Take Profit Trader, you have full access to the full amount of max position size as soon as you get to the funded phase, whether or not you have profit in your account or not. Is trading news allowed during the funded phase? And the answer is no. They have a rule that says that you cannot place any trades or you have open positions 1 minute before the news release or after it comes out. You cannot trade in that window. So 1 minute before it release, 1 minute after it releases, in that period of time you cannot have any open position or you cannot trade. After that 1 minute you can trade and you can do whatever you want. Do they have any micro scalping rule? And I do know that My Funded Future, they do not allow micro scalping. And micro scalping is basically taking profits less than 5 points from the market. So I did do some research on Take Profit Trader and I didn't find anything that restrict you from micro scalping. So yes, micro scalping is allowed on Take Profit Trader. So you can take profits less than 5 points from any instrument you're trading with no issues. What is the profit split for Take Profit Trader? It is 80 to 20%, and it's right away. It doesn't wait for you until you make your first 10k or 20k and then you go to that profit split. No, it's right away. They're giving you 80% and they're taking 20% of your profit. What is the minimum amount of withdrawal allowed? It is $250. Anything below that $250, they will charge you $50 for it. And make sure, guys, because this is also really important, what is the qualification for the payout? It should be above buffer. And if you don't know what is the above buffer mean, usually on these accounts, they want you to build your own buffer. So for example, on a 50k account, they give you the account when you go to the funded phase. And if you start from 0, you can go all the way down to negative 2,000 in order to blow this account. But if you make money, you can make money. And once your profit reaches $2,000, this trailing drawdown goes to 0. So anything you make above $2,000, you can withdraw easily. And that $2,000 that you just made yourself is your own buffer. In another word, your own trailing drawdown that you just created. And it's also intraday, so keep that in mind. So it's intraday, trailing drawdown, anything you make above $2,000. So you have to first build your own buffer, which is you have to make $2,000 for a 50k account. It's usually the buffer is equal to the drawdown of the account. In this account, the drawdown is 2,000. So above the buffer, anything above the $2,000 you can keep and you can withdraw immediately with no issues at all. The withdrawal limit is none. There is no limit on how much money you can withdraw in a day, which is really good. And your account is moving to the live funded immediately after making $5,000 of profit in your account. Awesome. What else do they have? They do have a reward system, which is pretty nice. It's pretty cool. I haven't seen a lot of prop firms do that. And they reward you on every single purchase you make with them. And they also reward you of hitting some important milestones. For example, passing your test or passing the challenge, you get 250 points, which is pretty nice. Withdrawing your first 1,000, you get 500 points. And I'm not sure if it's your first 1,000 or not, but they state here that it might be the first time or sometimes it's not. And you know, it depends. But for sure, for every single dollar you're spending with them, you're getting 1 full point, which is nice. So now we want to know how much these points are worth and how can we claim them to get maybe like an account with them or something. So here's how it works. For a free test reset, you have to have 5,000 points. It's not that bad. Like, for example, a beginner can go through like a couple evaluations. They might end up getting like $3,000, and they can get a free 25K account, which is pretty nice. And here is the other kind of test or the challenges and how much they are worth in terms of points. So this is pretty nice. They kind of reward you on how much you spend with them and some of the milestones that you achieve, which is pretty nice. Don't get me wrong. So here is a final summary of and a final look of the TakeProfit Trader. Here is what they offer. Here is the 40% discount using my code. It will get you these prices, and you will find the link down in the description below. If you choose or decide to go with TakeProfit Trader, I would really appreciate you helping me and supporting me by using my code Kemo, or my link down in the description below. And finally, I want to thank every single one of you guys for sticking along till the end of this video. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Peace.